Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Amperson. Good morning.
And on the line, and I'm not talking fishing line, I'm talking phone line. Drew Gaffney is set up and ready to go to tell us all about what's been happening and what's expected to happen at the markets at Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock Markets. So let's welcome Drew Gaffney. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. How's the cattle moving?
Cattle are moving good. Had 2 big days last week. I'll kind of tell you how we operated there. Had a big weigh-up special and bred cow sale on Thursday. Had a nice, really nice feeder calf sale on Friday, and I'll kind of give you a rundown on how we operated. In the weigh-up division, we had some high-yielding cows of 177 to 50 up to 240. Feeding cows was 160 up to 177 and a quarter. Poor thinner cows was 159 to 160. Heifer X was 190 to 335, and bulls was 171 up to 189. Called that weigh-up market probably 5 to 7 higher in spots, on special on some of those good feeding type cows. Bred heifer, and then we got right into those bred cows and heifers there on Thursday. Had a really nice run of those. Had a couple really nice dispersions. The bred heifer division, we had bred heifers ranging anywhere from 4,300 up to 4,485. Had some young cows bringing 4,400 up to 4,650 per head. Had some solid mouth cows that was 4,100 up to 4,600 per head. Had some short solid cows that was 2,700 up to 4,100. Had some running age cows of 2,850 up to 3,800, and had some broken mouth cows of 2,900 up to 3,250. Back on Friday, had a really nice run of those feeder cattle. Like I said, looked right at about 2,700 head of those cattle walking through the door. Tell you how we got along there. In the steer division, we had some 491-pound steers at 491. Had some 504-pound steers at 505, and had some 609-pound steers at 427.50. In the heifer division, we had some 466-pound heifers at 440. Had some 585-pound heifers at 393, and had some 675-pound heifers at 386. That's how we got along there in the calf division on Friday. Dang sure called that market probably 5 to 15 higher in spots, especially on those better replacement quality heifers. This week, got 2 big days coming back. Got a special weigh-up and feeder calf special in Broken Bow on Thursday. Got a lot of reputation type calves, a lot of replacement quality type heifers coming in on Thursday. Looking at about 2,500 head of cattle there on Thursday. And then back on Friday, got a big special calf sale in Burwell. That's our annual Hereford influence sale. Got a lot of interest in that sale, and looking at about 2,100 head there on Friday. Got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105.
All right, Drew. I did ask you off the air if you were moving a schoolhouse today. I understand you're just more interested in moving cattle, so I respect that.
Yeah, I've moved a schoolhouse before, but it's not in that sort of way. They're going to do it today.
Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. Oh, Drew Gaffney, what a good guy and a good worker for Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock. Working for you guys out there and gals who are taking care of those fall calves and doing all the moving that is going on right now in the cattle trade. So appreciate his report this morning. I did want to, mention that I've been noticing here of late that our chat box that you folks sometimes make comments on during the show, I've been getting a lot of messages, and I think there's a malfunction there. I can't write anything in today, so that tells me there's something. I just want to say good morning to you. Actually, today I went to all the effort, and this keyboard that goes to the chat box, sometimes it doesn't type very well, and so you type a word, you look up, and there's letters missing. It doesn't communicate. It's one of those wireless things. So I went to the effort today to be sure and remind you that they're going to be making the move today. The Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway Visitor Center will have a new building by the end of the day. They're moving the schoolhouse today down Highway 2, And you want to watch for that. This is kind of what I was trying to type in this morning. It looks like Jeremy's got his camera out, and he's getting ready to do some special coverage today. The Maroney Schoolhouse will travel from its location north of Myrna down to the Visitor Center today on Highway 2, and it's going to take the volunteers and law officials and electrical experts and everybody else to make that move safe and sound. And you'll want to note as you're out on the road on Highway 2 today, you might run into a big slow-moving vehicle today. They think they're going to be moving about mid-morning with the Maroney Schoolhouse to relocate it to the big red barn out there for the tourism. It's going to be great. So note that today. And Jeremy says, be watching for coverage on the move, sandhillsexpress.com at Jeremy on the mic. So he'll be covering that for us today. And you want to kind of get a view of things that can't be there, or maybe want to stay out of the way. We'll provide that for you through Jeremy's efforts. And I think heard Doug and Jeremy talking yesterday about making sure we get that covered, so they'll work together to bring you all the information on that. So
Good.
As far as the chat box goes, I've got good morning typed in, but I can't get it to really say good morning. So if you haven't been able to communicate, or you think we are not communicating with you and being, stuffy, arrogant people because we're not replying to you, we hope that you understand now that it's a technical malfunction. Yeah. We have our problems, but I don't believe we're stuffy or try not to be rude.
Yeah, we hope not.
School lunch menus today. Already Tuesday. Already getting closer to Thanksgiving. My goodness. Time to go shopping and get the goodies to go along with the ham or turkey, whatever you're doing. Speaking of turkeys, we'll be playing turkey time later on today in the breakfast show and throughout the day on both our radio stations. It looked like a tough day yesterday.
Well, on KBBN it was.
Mm-hmm.
On KCNI, I think we played it 3 times and got 3 winners.
And over here there was 3 or 4 times and I didn't see any winners. Maybe later in the day there were.
Yeah, Jeremy may have gotten some later in the day, but I tried 3 times between 11 and 1 and didn't get a winner. But like I said, on KCNI, I think I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know how many times Jack played Turkey Time, but I think on KCNI we played it 3 times and got 3 winners. So you just never know.
You never know, so be listening today. All right, school lunch menus beginning today with Sandhills Schools. They're having sweet and sour chicken today.
Anselmo Myrna today is showing no school at Anselmo Myrna today.
All righty. SEM today, tornadoes.
Arnold today showing spaghetti and meatballs and garlic bread on the menu at Arnold.
At Sargent, turkey or ham with stuffing, mashed potatoes and gravy, fruit cup and pumpkin pie, dinner roll and milk.
Cozad today, some of their choices, classic tachos, also buffalo chicken bites with garlic toast, and the pizza bar at Cozad.
Broken Bow Middle School, High School today, made fresh cheeseburger, macaroni skillet with garlic breadstick, baked fish and cheese sandwich, fresh baked Italian's turkey sub, uncrustable cheese and cracker platter. The grill station combo features the crispy chicken sandwich basket.
Ansley today, meatballs, mashed potatoes, and vegetable at Ansley.
And today at Gothenburg, they're having made fresh cheeseburger, macaroni skillet with garlic breadstick, baked fish and cheese sandwich. Grilled station combo offers the hot dog basket, made fresh sausage pizza, fresh baked Italian turkey sub, make it fresh ham chef salad with flatbread at the flatbread station. They're having pizza, snackable, uncrustable cheese and cracker platter.
Arcadia today serving super nachos at Arcadia School.
All right. Prairie Pioneer Center today. It's chicken Alfredo bake, peas, and fruit.
One more school lunch menu. This is Litchfield, and today they'll be serving meatball subs at Litchfield.
All right, we're going to play the game in just a little bit. Keep it right here. But right now, Tyler Childers has a little biting list.
To put it plain, I just don't like you. Not a thing about the way you
43 is your time. Good to have you aboard. Let's play the game, see if we can give away a tumbleweed prize this morning.
All right, we are testing your knowledge about Thanksgiving, the upcoming holiday, and here's your question for today. What state produces the most turkeys? Of course, Thanksgiving, you always have turkey on the table. What state produces the most turkeys? Your choices are California, Minnesota, Florida, or Texas. What state produces the most turkeys? California, Minnesota, Florida, or Texas? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Why isn't Washington, D.C. In that list? Call us at 872-2801.
I don't know how to respond to that.
22801.
No, there ain't nothing like the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Looking for the perfect place to have your holiday get-together? Look no further than the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. Whether with coworkers, family, or friends, they'll help with the delicious food and family-friendly atmosphere you need. Talk to Carmen and get it booked. In the meantime, visit Cracker Jack's for nightly specials and delicious appetizers and snack foods. They're open nightly from 5 to 10 p.m. On the go, Tumbleweed's drive-thru is a great quick lunch option, or grab a ready-to-go casserole for those busy nights. East Highway 2 in Broken Bow, Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill.
We didn't get a call, so I will answer the question.
Okay.
Washington, D.C. has the most turkeys.
All right. And because Davis answered correctly, he's going to get a take-and-bake small casserole from the Tumbleweed Cafe.
That'll be tasty.
There you go.
Will it have turkey in it?
It might. Yeah. Maybe they're cooking up a special one for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Maybe.
It was Minnesota, by the way.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there was a time that Nebraska, right here in the Sandhills, had shin turkeys.
Absolutely.
Raised a lot of turkeys.
Yeah.
And Gibbon was a turkey processing point, and that all changed. But Minnesota has the most turkeys, huh?
That's what it says.
You know, out in the metro in Chicago, we went to Thanksgiving dinner at our oldest son's, and they drive clear out of Chicago to get free-range turkeys.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Very expensive.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Pretty tasty.
Uh-huh.
Today is Tuesday, so let's take a look here. Oh, blood drive at the Arcadia Community Center today from 9 until 2 p.m. The food pantry will be open today from 1 until 3 at 1100 South 6th Avenue. And the Broken Bow Library is hosting Santa's Helpers from 4 until 5 p.m. Call 308-872-2927 to reserve your spot. Space is limited to 10 for the Santa's Helper session from 4 until 5 today. Those are some things that are on our list of things to mention here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
I love your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
A great, Dave's got on a Paisley, new red Paisley shirt today. You pull off Paisley better than, like for me, if I were to walk in with a Western-looking Paisley shirt, I just couldn't pull it off like you can.
See, I think you have a little phobia about that. I think you look great in this shirt.
You do?
And yes, and the Western shirt that Jody sent down to us, I think you look fantastic in that. And you said, I don't know who I am when I wear a Western shirt. Well, just enjoy being part of Central Nebraska and being a Western person. It looks good on you, Brent.
Thanks.
Give it a try.
All right, maybe I will.
Yeah. Paisley, Paisley is universal. It was kind of what everybody wore back in the late 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
It was kind of a freedom thing to wear a Paisley shirt, I guess. I don't know. I always liked Paisley. And I like corduroy, too.
Do you?
Yeah, corduroy pants were very comfortable.
Oh, man, I remember the corduroy pants. I had a few pair growing up.
Problem with those, they would stretch out. So you had to wash them quite a bit, and they would shrink back down. Mm-hmm. But to keep them from wrinkling, because corduroy back then would really wrinkle, Mom had these metal things you stuck down the leg.
Oh, yeah.
To keep them from getting wrinkly.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of work to wear corduroy.
It was.
Not so much for, I guess, me. Come on in, guys. Arrow Seed is here. They're probably wondering, why do you have ice melt on the door? Because I'll explain to you why, guys. Have a chair. First, I'm going to ask you each to introduce yourselves to our audience, if you would, please. Grab those mics.
Good morning. This is Devin with Arrow Seed. I am the operations manager.
Devin, you're not related to Devin Allman. You told me that, right?
No, I am not.
All right.
That's usually the last name that does that, not the first name.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, Devin, you're sharp today. You stung me, man. You stung me. And over in the corner,
This is Trevor Smith. I'm the general manager.
General Manager Trevor Smith. Thanks for coming in, guys. I wanted to explain to you why the ice melt was out there, and why you noticed it. Maybe you noticed I spilled it. The door tipped it over, and so I had ice melt out on the. Anyway, this time of year we're hung up between hot and cold in this place, and we don't open this building up very often. We either have air conditioning or heat going, and I just think sometimes the air gets a little stale. So just need to run a little outside air through this building. So that's what I was trying to do, and then I spelt the ice melt. So it wasn't a hint that I needed to buy ice melt from Arrow Seed, although I think you guys have ice melt, don't you?
We do have ice melt.
Good.
And I guess my thought on it was maybe because there's so much hot air going on in here, you needed to open that door.
That hurts, Devin. That really hurts.
I wish we could argue that point, but it's pretty difficult to argue it.
You know when I'm right, I'm right.
Yes, right on.
An imbalance between O2 and CO2.
Something like that, Trevor.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are sharp this
Man,
morning.
you guys must have.
No, you're right. We are sort of in between seasons.
Yeah.
Right. We're struggling to get to winter or struggling to stay in fall. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
it's a challenging time of year, I guess, because everything, tomorrow it might be colder and you feel really cold.
Well,
Right.
we're a little paranoid around here, to go with what you're saying, because we're kind of in between. And this time of year is when the mice move in. And I know you can help us with that as well. But we haven't had a problem with mice since we remodeled on the other side. We used to have a trailer house hooked to this, and of course that was a mouse haven. And so we were fighting mice all the time, and then they would pass away, and you started to smell something just a little different. You wondered, is that going to be a mouse or is that something else?
Right.
And so Brett and I have been talking here in the mornings that, God, it smells, there's something a little bit off here. I just hope it's not the beginning of a mouse. And I have some a poison out that we got from you guys. It's the sticks.
Sure.
They work really nice, and you can tell when they've nibbled on them.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. You can see how much activity you have.
Yeah, and I haven't seen any munching going on, but I just feel like there's something a little off here. So, so you guys can help us with the mouse poison.
Yep.
When it gets slick out, you got the ice
Got some ice
melt.
melt.
So we've covered that so
Absolutely.
far.
We also have another thing. If you've got a mouse challenge, we've got a multi-kill trap essentially. It's actually, one of them is a rechargeable to use in the house, and the other is a CO2 charged, for outbuildings or outside, something like that. That would be a possibility too. So
Okay, you got us covered there. That's all I've got for the interview here, because I just had mice and ice melt on my mind this morning. But you guys might want to talk about something else that's going on at Arrow Seed. You've been kind of busy cleaning seed, I think.
working on cleaning some of the native grasses. We've got several native grasses that need to be cleaned yet. So we've been working on that. And also, I guess one of the things that we wanted to mention is there are still a few people that have their fifth step to pick up. So that last application of fertilizer. So if you're on the 5-step program and need your last step of fertilizer,
Trevor, have
time
you
to get
ever?
it done.
Thank you. Have you ever seen, or you remember the grass being this green this time of year? We got the leaves off our yard last Friday, and I'm going, it looks like spring. The grass is very green.
Well, we've had a really wet fall, and if you got a bluegrass lawn, it's by definition a cool season grass. So typically, I always think the lawns look. It's like, all right, you put the work in all summer, you've maintained it, and now you get to enjoy the good looking grass. But yeah, it has been. It's been I don't know. It seems like the warm has drug out a little bit more this November.
Yeah, and that fifth step's important going through the winter and into spring, kind of carrying it through, I think. So
Right.
Yeah. So that's dry. That's something you spread, right?
Yep, that it is.
Does that have to be watered in?
No, it does not.
Okay. Because this time of year, some people have their hoses out, some people don't.
Right.
So
Right. And one of the things, too, to think about is if we continue with nice weather that we don't get much moisture, you've still got opportunity to get some moisture in the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
So helps with the survivability of your lawn through the winter. So
Okay. I know there's some things that you guys have been putting on sale in the store. How much do you have left? I think you've been kind of busy selling some of the things that have been on sale, centered around processing and all of that.
right. All of our processing stuff is on sale.
Still items persisting, which is
Yep. Just odds and ends.
it's a good
that-
time to
that
make
we've
jerky.
got, so.
We got stuff to make jerky.
Okay. Still can do that.
Yeah.
All right. How about the cookers? Do you have any of those left that you put on the campfire?
I think we're out of the can
Yeah,
cookers.
I-
We've got a couple accessories, but I think we're out of the
Yeah.
can cookers.
Got a few smokers left.
Okay.
So-
All right. Yeah, those items are still on sale. Fencing, probably been kind of busy with that, with guys moving. Probably a lot of them have the cattle on the corn now, but there's still some corn out there that hasn't been harvested yet. So
Yep. Absolutely. And we've got all the supplies for fencing. Something that we do that a lot don't is we do repair fencers, or the Gallagher fencers anyway. So
Okay, all right. So have you guys ever been around this is a little off. I'm sorry, Brent. I don't want to embarrass you, but have you ever been around the invisible fence that they use for dogs in yards?
I've never had one myself, but I've got a friend of mine that has one.
Yeah, and they seem to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a house up by my mom's, and I drive up there, and there's 2 dogs, and they come out off the porch barking at you when you go by, and they do not step out into the street.
Yep.
It's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd recently seen a guy that was demoing. You got to have a perimeter fence, but they were basically intense grazing with collars, moving the cows. They set the fence and it buzzes them and beeps them, gets them trained, and vibrates their neck, and they eventually move. And
Really?
yeah,
It's pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be a nice, quick way to move cattle from one plot to the next, wouldn't it?
but yeah,
Absolutely.
you can make more out of a single pasture. But
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
I think they've come a long ways, but I don't know where
Yeah.
they're at in actual development.
I think they've actually got some GPS regulated collars also, so you can put collars and not have fences essentially.
Gosh, I wonder. I'm thinking back when we were a young married couple, and I think there would have been a time that my wife wanted to put a collar on a GPS collar.
Maybe we could demo them out here, and you could use it. And manage the radio station.
I would love to see
She
that.
could dictate where you go.
That's right.
Oh man.
You work or home, and you don't get buzzed, right? Yeah.
Right.
What about booking for next season, guys? Or is it kind of time to start thinking about that, pre-booking and things?
It's going to be rolling out soon.
It's going to be rolling out.
But yeah, we'll have an early booking and a prepaid discount. So those opportunities are coming. So
Okay.
yeah.
And you save right now with input costs for ag folks out there. Every little penny matters. So pre-booking, I think, would be worth looking into. A lot of guys have done it for years, but if they haven't, this might be a year to try it.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you guys have anything on your minds that you wanted to highlight that we didn't ask you about or stumble into?
No, we really just wanted to come see your smiling face.
Oh, I
Aw.
appreciate that, Devin. And you mind if I call you Devin Allman?
That's fine. I answered anything.
Devin is the son of Greg Allman, and we had a blues fest for a number of years, and Devin played at our blues fest, and he's getting really popular right now. He's getting a lot of music on the radio after a long career of being under the shadow of his dad, Greg. And
Sure.
So if I could call you Devin, that would make me feel better. I would kind of promote him at the same time.
There you go.
Okay. Trevor, is anything that you want me to call you? Or better question, is there something you want to call me?
I'll start with Dave.
That is so nice. I thought it might be something else. So, thanks, guys.
You bet. Thank you.
Remind folks, Arrow Seed is open 5 days a week right now.
Got some winter hours, yep.
And you open up at what time?
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
8 to 5. All right, guys. Are you fixed all right for employees? Pretty well set?
Yep.
That's good
Set
to
for
hear. It was a long time during the COVID and after that we knew the answer to that question, and it was, we're looking for employees. It's nice to hear that your staff is sound and you got the people you want. So
Yep.
that's good.
Yep.
That's good.
Good position to be in.
It is. Any questions, Brent, before we go?
I don't think you said you got some smokers left. How do you guys smoke the turkey with Thanksgiving coming up? You just throw it in the oven, or how do you prep the turkey? Or do you guys have any say in that?
Well, I don't knock turkey, and I know
Yeah.
a guy that can make a really good smoked turkey. Probably the best one I have. But I'm kind of on the beef for Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Just
Can I
personally.
come to your place for Thanksgiving, please? I'm right there with you, man.
So you're making
love
that
that.
transition, Trevor, to the prime rib Thanksgiving.
I like a little variety.
Yeah.
So you can do a little beef, maybe a little turkey.
Yeah, a little ham.
Yeah, but I think turkey's just really easy to screw up sometimes.
Yeah, it can be.
Well,
yes.
If you
Yeah.
overcook it, it's just not that much fun to eat.
You can do a mighty fine pork loin for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
go.
that too.
Yeah.
That's probably Devin Allman's agent calling you.
Yes, exactly. My special agent.
They heard us talking about booking
Yes.
for the next
Yeah.
season.
Oh,
they're
that was it?
They're
That-
trying to book you,
That was
Devin, for
my
a gig.
reminder. My reminder of what to bring for Thanksgiving.
Probably
There you go.
ham, pork, chicken, turkey, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Arrow Seed and Broken Bow here to serve you. And again, they are open 5 days a week during this season. We'll take a quick time out and come back with the news.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show
My day starts right.
with Dave and Brent.
Every year, lung cancer takes more lives than any other cancer. But here's the truth. When it's found early, it can be treated. If you're over 50 and have a history of smoking, talk to your doctor about a simple and quick low-dose CT scan. It could save your life. Don't wait for symptoms. Get screened. Take a deep breath and take control. A message from Melhem Medical Center. Large enough to serve, small enough to care.
Are your aches and pains preventing you from doing the things you love? Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. We offer complete one-on-one physical therapy for you. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is known as the best hands in town and will help you achieve your goals to keep you moving. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna on the bill he's co-sponsoring to compel the Justice Department to release the full Jeffrey Epstein files and today's scheduled House vote on it.
The facts need to come out, and whoever is caught up with it needs to be held accountable, Democrat or Republican.
President Trump has told Republicans to support the release. The Saudi Crown Prince visits the White House today. CBS's Ed O'Keefe is already there.
One thing not expected is any announcement of plans to normalize relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel. The Saudis have said they won't do so until plans for a Palestinian state are backed by the Israeli government, but that's something that Benjamin Netanyahu opposes.
The Trump administration takes California to court over a law that was recently enacted which bans federal agents from concealing their identities. CBS's Nydia Cavazos in Los Angeles.
This law would ban federal agents within the state from wearing face coverings. This was in response to President Trump's immigration crackdown in the state.
CBS News Brief, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by NCN, emergency crews near Hastings were on the scene of a large anhydrous ammonia leak at a fertilizer plant. People at the plant reported the leak first shortly after noon at the macro source, which was previously known as Gavilion Fertilizer. Adams County Emergency Manager Ron Hughes said there was one injury related to the leak and is considered non-life-threatening. According to Hughes, workers at the nearby Hartwell Renewable Plants have been recommended to evacuate because there was an odor in that area. Officials sent a mobile emergency alert around 3:30 p.m. instructing people to seek indoors and shelter in place if they smelt a strong odor. As far as an update, crews have contained the anhydrous leak shortly before 6 p.m. on Monday near Hastings. Officials did warn that there was some residual odors in the area, but the immediate hazard has been resolved. Emergency officials credited the Adams County Sheriff's Office, Hastings Rural Fire, the Hastings Hazmat, Glenville Fire, the Salvation Army, and the State Fire Marshal's Office for their coordinated response. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
The Cowboys cruise past the Raiders 33-16 to wrap up Week 11 of the NFL, where Dak Prescott threw for 268 yards and 4 touchdowns, while George Pickens had 9 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown. In the NBA, the Bulls came ready to play in Denver.
The send-out accepted by Vooch. In front to Herter. Rolling to his right. See a Vooch. Topside open 3. Bam! Big-time shot, Vooch!
You just heard on the Bulls radio network, they snapped their 5-game losing streak and beat the Nuggets 130-127. The 76ers came back to defeat the Clippers 110-108. James Harden ended with 28 points and has officially reached 28,000 career points. The Cavaliers topped the Bucks 118-106. The Heat held on 115-113 at home against the Knicks, and the Pistons have won 10 in a row after defeating the Pacers 127-112. On the ice, the Ducks topped the Mammoth 3-2 in overtime.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun, with fog in spots early today, with daytime highs approaching 49. Winds out of the north, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected again tonight, lows level off around 30. Daytime highs approaching 61. Tomorrow, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Independent and family owned. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. From the tires on the ground to the engine getting you down the road, trust them to keep your ride in tip-top shape. Visit A1AutoRepairInc.com or visit them on East 7th in Arnold.
It is 7 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's go outside with Jack Simpson and find out what it really feels like. Jack, what's it like out there?
Honestly, it's pretty chilly, but it wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the wind. We got winds out of the north 5 to 10, temp of 40 degrees under a cloudy skies. Barometric pressure is at 29.95, humidity 91%. Only a trace of rain in the last 24 hours, but no measurable precipitation for this month. A high yesterday of 48 with an overnight low of 39.
And traffic situation?
Pretty light. Just seen a couple of tractors go by, and that's pretty much about it.
All right. Well, I think the traffic for a while downtown has been backed up here this morning. Received word from Jeremy that all of the crossings from the fairgrounds out to West Highway 2, the Kramer Road, were blocked here a little while ago. So be forgiving out there if somebody's late for work this morning, because it sounds like they had a train across all the crossings this morning.
Oh, wow.
A coal train. So, all right. Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
So Jeremy is a little behind because he was sitting at one intersection and his wife was clear down by the fairgrounds. Nicole was down at the fairgrounds sitting down there waiting. And he was like at Arrow Seed crossing right in there. So be patient. The guys and gals will get to work. They were held up by the crossing that was blocked by the coal train, which doesn't happen very often anymore. It used to be kind of a common thing, but doesn't happen as often, thank goodness. So Doug Groffel and Jeremy Shipe are excited. They're going to go out early and watch the process of the school being moved. So they're going to go up near Myrna and start covering it. And I think we'll get some reports from them during the breakfast show this morning.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because they want to get up there and get some things documented and call out and let you know what's happening with this historic move that's taking place today. Oddly enough, I was thinking, and this can be a bad situation, but I made the joke earlier that my wife would probably want to have had a GPS shock collar for me when we were younger and first married.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's wrong.
Oh.
I'm going to have to retract on that, retract and say I was wrong to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I think she probably was happier.
Just not knowing.
If I was happier if I was not irritating her.
Oh.
So she was probably had mixed emotions about that. I wonder where he's at, and if he's hunting, if he's alive, if he's fishing, did he fall in? But then there was less stress at home when I wasn't there in the early years. So I don't think that would have worked out. Nobody would have dreamt of that back then. I mean, even with a dog.
Yeah.
You could keep your dogs in your yard with a GPS collar. That would have been, we were just getting calculators.
Uh-huh.
A portable calculator. I saw on a documentary the other day, the first Texas one. It was supposed to be portable and small, and it was smaller than a loaf of bread, but it was pretty good sized, and it was like $370 for this little, what was thought then a little calculator.
Mm-hmm.
And look at it now, you can get a calculator to fit up in your mirror in your car.
Yeah.
Flat and crazy.
Well, I remember growing up as a kid, we would plan to go somewhere for vacation, somewhere we've never been before. And, like a week before the trip, there'd be all these maps laid out on the kitchen table. And Dad would be looking to see where the best route is, and he'd be figuring up how many miles to here and how many miles to there and which route would be shorter. Now you just grab your phone and say, take me to wherever.
And most of the time, it'll take you to where you want to go. Once in a while, it will send you off on a wild trip. Because
sometimes it'll take you on a few back roads to save 60 seconds.
Yeah, shortest distance.
To get from one highway to the next.
Yeah. We actually, when we travel, we take along an atlas.
Do you?
And we prefer to not use the phone, not use interstate, and use the atlas map and find the smaller roads and enjoy. Because Joan's pretty good at it. I drive and she says, up here on the map it says, take this highway. And if you get in trouble, I guess you can get out the phone. But changes. I don't know. Kind of miss those map days. So you mentioned made me think.
What you got?
Made me think of Mom down in Arkansas.
You still have her card, don't you?
Thank you for the beautiful bouquet of flowers. Such a nice arrangement. Such a nice surprise. Your kindness means so much. You are now the favorite adopted son. Smiley face.
Mm-hmm.
You two guys make my day every morning with the breakfast show. Thank you. This is my favorite part. Thank you for being so good to Brent. You're a special guy to all of us. Thanks again, Mom.
Thanks for all you do,
Yeah.
Dave.
Thanks,
Yep.
Mom. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And then she went on to say, except for the roses, the flowers are still so pretty.
Mm.
What a lovely lady.
I would agree with that.
I know you would. All right. Devon was here. I like to, from Arrow Seed. So let's play a little Devon Allman along with Larry McCrae. This is off his newly released album, which is all pretty much with guests and pretty much blues. This one's called Hands and Knees on The Breakfast Show.
The sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
Hi, this is Carson Leapart with Burning Bank, It's harvest time, and Bruning Bank is bringing a full season of banking to your life. We go well beyond checking and savings. From ag loans to commercial banking, equipment financing to personalized service, we are built to support your business, your farm, and your future. Whether you're banking from the field or the office, Bruning Bank is your partner through every season and every big decision. Call us at 308-872-2757 or visit us at 803 South D Street, Broken Bow to get started. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
18 past the hour of 8 o'clock, and my list says Custer County Youth Sports. And I believe we're going to get an update on progress with the group. And since it's sports, Brent.
Yes, Dave.
I think you should do the interview with these great people.
Well, thank you very much. Chelsea Gillespie is here. Chelsea, good morning to you. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. You and others, I know Samantha Jensen has been a big part of this. You two have kind of spearheaded this new group, Custer County Youth Sports, and you brought some great helpers here with you today.
Yes, I did.
And I'm so glad you brought them in because I have a feeling that these two guys right here are one of the reasons that you've become so involved in trying to put this group together, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Always for the kids.
Kendall Techmeyer was in a few days ago. Of course, Kendall's with Axe Kickers. Yep. And I believe that he and Custer County Youth Sports have kind of come together, and you've kind of put together a little axe throwing league for the youngsters.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Is that currently going on?
It is. They've already done the first session out of the 6 sessions, and I believe we have 11 participants in that, and it sounds like the first session went really well. A lot of kids really enjoyed it, and it's interesting to watch and see them throw those axes and the little stars that go on with that. But yeah, it went really good the first time. So they have 5 more sessions. And then we are also on our final session with the bowling.
Okay.
And that has been very successful. And we're already talking about doing a spring league also, and potentially adding a second grade level there. Because they've just had a really good turnout, and Sam was saying that you could really see the growth from the first session to that third session. So it'll be exciting to see what happens on the 4th session.
I'm sure that well, listen, we all know that when you're dealing with the youth and the younger kids, that first one is like chaos.
Yes.
and then as you go through, it becomes controlled chaos, doesn't it?
Yes, it very much does.
Talk a little bit about volunteering for this and how people can get involved in Custer County Youth Sports, because I know that, I mean, it takes people to do these things.
Yes.
You just don't welcome in 50, 70 kids to do something and one person tries to take charge of that. So talk a little bit about how people can become involved in the group and what kind of help you're looking for.
Yeah, so, I mean, anytime that we have any of those events going on, parent involvement is huge. Either it's being like a chaperone, like with the bowling and axe throwing, just kind of hanging around, helping those folks be able to control that chaos is huge. When it comes to soccer time, soccer season, needing coaches. We're going to need coaches to coach those little kids and all those different teams. And so that's always one way to get involved. I know we are still currently looking for board members from outside of Broken Bow, so Myrna, Sargent, Ansley, any of those other towns in Custer County. I mean, if you want to get involved in this, we're always looking for more board members. We have 11 currently, but we would like some outside viewpoints besides just here in Broken Bow, because it is Custer County Youth Sports, so we are trying to reach those other towns. So yeah, any of those ways, where any fundraisers we're doing, getting involved in that way, helping out, volunteering your time for that is always huge for us too.
Well, I know that fundraising certainly is a big part of this.
Yes.
So where do you kind of stand on it? Do you have some things that are coming up that you want to promote, or?
Yeah, so we are doing our first fundraiser finally, and it's the Turkey Trot, and it's going to be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So, at 4 o'clock is when we're having that Turkey Trot. It's just kind of a fun event to end school, but then start your family festivities before Thanksgiving. So it'll start at 4 p.m. You can register now from now until, registration at 3:15 the day of the race. And we have a 1 mile and a 5K. And it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be family oriented. I know my two littles are going to be on bikes. While my older kids are running their 1 mile. We want you to dress up. So there is awards for best costume or award for best costume. And it's, it's just supposed to be a fun, get outside, have fun, move your body. I believe Brookstone is going to have some of their residents out there handing out turkey feathers to the runners so they can build a tail feather, basically. So it's supposed to be a lot of fun.
So what is kind of the route? I mean, I'm guessing this is going to kind of be up at Melham Park.
Yes.
So
yes, it is up at Melham. And so the 1 mile is going to probably just be one lap around the park. To get to your 5K, it's going to be 3 laps. We're trying to keep it all in one location versus out on the road so we don't have littles crossing roads and things like that. But, yeah, it'll be up at Melham. And you'll be running around the baseball fields, down by Brookstone, down by the hospital, just kind of going around the park.
Does it help to pre-register? I mean, you've kind of mentioned this, but is it best to pre-register, or can people register the day of the event, or how's the best way to do it?
Yeah, you can pre-register. That does help because it gives us an idea of how many folks are going to be there, but you can register the day of the event. I know there'll be several of us out there majority of the day putting up decorations and things like that. But the pre-registration or the registration for that day will start at 3:15 with the races starting at 4. And you can register either there's flyers all over town. There's a QR code, or you can go to our Facebook page, Custer County Youth Sports, and there's a link on there that you can register as well.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let's see. I always bring this up when we talk about fundraisers because I know people can't always say make it to the event that is being used as the fundraiser. So how can people donate if they feel so led but can't be a part of this event for some reason?
Yeah, you can donate to the Custer County Foundation. We have an account through them. So if you feel impelled to donate, that would be a way to do that. Is we just go through the foundation.
So we've talked about some things you're currently doing: the bowling, the axe throwing. You mentioned soccer,
Yep.
and if I remember correctly, when you guys were first coming together, trying to put this group together, soccer really was kind of one of the things, right, to keep the soccer program going.
Yep.
And so when is the time of year for soccer? Is that a spring event?
Yeah, so soccer's in the spring, but that is one thing I did want to talk about is for folks, especially since we are taking over the Optimus program. Yes. This year, soccer signups are going to start February 1st, and they're going to run the whole month of February, and then with the hopes that we can start practices in March, and then games will start in April.
Okay.
So we're trying to give everybody a whole month to practice and then get ready to play. But yeah, look for signups February 1st. They'll be coming out then.
February 1st going to be here before
yes,
we know it.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And it's one, because it is the main program that we took over. Yeah. So we're really working hard behind the scenes to make sure that it goes off without a hitch. And you can't really see that big of a difference between when Optimus ran it and with us taking it over. We don't want it to be chaos.
Yeah. Right.
The first year. So yeah, we're working really hard behind the scenes to kind of prep everything.
Yeah. Well, great. I know that many are so appreciative of you and others who have come together to form this organization and keep things that we've talked about still going and create new opportunities too that we've talked about. Are there other topics that you wanted to discuss that maybe we haven't visited about yet, or were those kind of the main things?
Those are the main things. I mean, we are constantly working on different things, but we'll talk about them as they come up.
Sure.
We've had proposals for tennis. We're working on a volleyball league. We're talking about golf also, but those are all still in the works. Once we know more of what that looks like, we'll probably be back on and talk about those as well.
Yeah. In case someone's just tuning in, run through the information on your Turkey Trot fundraiser one more time.
Yeah, so we're doing the Turkey Trot Wednesday at 4 p.m. Wednesday, November 26th, the day before Thanksgiving. You can pre-register leading up to that day, or the day of the event. You can register at starting at 3:15 at Melham. We're doing a 1 mile or a 5K around the Melham Park, and there'll be prizes for best costume, the adult first male and female, and then we are doing prizes for the 1 mile for K through 5th, first boy, first girl, and then also 6th through 8th, first boy, first girl on the 1 mile. So, and the prizes are going to be a whole range of different prizes, age-appropriate prizes. So it's going to be fun, lots of fun.
Great.
And please wear costumes. We're so excited to see everybody's costumes.
Let's see. I've seen people in. Have you seen these animal blow-up suits?
Yes.
Or whatever?
Yes.
I wonder if someone's going to show up as a turkey.
I
hope so too.
It'll be so awesome.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thank you very much
thank
for
you.
coming in. And as you guys progress, please reach out, and we'll try to get the information out there and help publicize things for you.
Perfect. Thank you. And then can I just say one more thing?
Yes, absolutely.
I just want to shout out to Mrs. Cooksley's 4th grade class. My son Frankie is in there, and he was hoping they get to watch. So I hope they're listening, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Oh, thanks, Chelsea.
Yep.
Guys, you've been really good.
Yeah, you have been.
And I got to tell you, I love that truck, that 18-wheeler. That's a cattle truck, isn't it?
Yep.
That's nice. You guys were great. Thanks a lot. What are their names?
This is Harlow. The youngest one's Harlow. He's
Harlow?
my feral raccoon. And then this is Drew.
Drew.
Yep.
Hi, Drew. How you doing down there, buddy? All right.
They give you a bump there.
Yeah.
And then you have a 4th grader?
4th grader, yes. Yeah, Frankie.
Okay.
Yep.
Frankie. So is Frankie be running the longer route when you guys have the...
He hasn't decided yet.
Oh.
Yeah, he hasn't decided. I know these two are doing the 1 mile, and depending on what he wants to do that day, he may do the 3 mile.
Oh, I don't know. That's a lot.
It is. But he has no stop to him. He pretty much just goes.
There you go. Well, thanks, guys, for coming in. Appreciate it
Yes,
very
thank
much.
you, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll take a time out. We'll also catch up with Mark Stock here in just a bit. Stay tuned.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
Whether for a night alone, a date night, or a fun family night, nothing compares to a night at the movies. See movies at your local theaters, the Fox Theater in Broken Bow or Cozad. Head to watchthefox.com to see what's showing. Fridays are new movie day. Ask them about theater rental for your event, celebration, or meeting, with or without concessions in a movie. No matter the time of year, gift cards to the Fox Theater are a perfect gift. The Fox Theater in Broken Bow and Cozad. Visit watchthefox.com.
Flu season is here, and Barney Pharmacy has scheduled clinics throughout the end of the year, including Tuesdays and Thursdays through November. The flu shot remains as the most effective way to prevent seasonal influenza and its potentially serious complications. Pneumonia and RSV shots are available during clinics as well. Simply bring your insurance card with you if you have one. Tuesdays and Thursdays through the 25th of this month, and more are coming in December. Flu shot clinics at Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow.
Life moves at the speed of light. Don't let pain put you on pause. At Rise Rehab and Performance, we believe everyone deserves to feel their best without pain holding them back. Whether it's recovering from an injury, managing chronic pain, or just getting back to doing what you love, our expert team is here to help take the first steps toward healing. Personalized care, cutting-edge treatments, and results that speak for themselves. Rise Rehab and Performance, 872-5800. We rehab, you recover, then rise.
Are you or someone you know struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma, or other mental health challenges? Do you wonder where you can get help and support locally? An online list is ready and available for you that includes local, trained, caring mental health providers. Visit mhpcc.org. Mental health providers and services available in Custer County can be found quickly and easily at mhpcc.org.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. This is Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company, and today we're going to be selling 158 acres of York County, Nebraska land to the highest online internet bidder here. This online auction is scheduled to close at 10 o'clock unless it goes into a bidding or extension overtime period. This irrigated land is located by Bradshaw, Nebraska, and Jerry Haig will be at the Aurora Leadership Center this morning facilitating and helping bidders purchase this outstanding farm. The land is located from Bradshaw, Nebraska. Go 2 miles west on Highway 34 to C Road, then north 1/2 mile, and the land will be on the east side of the road. Once again, the Mona P. Peterson Trust is the owner. Jerry Haig, the Big Iron Realty agent handling this land auction, starting to conclude at 10 o'clock this morning on BigIron.com. And then today at 11 o'clock, 480 acres of Clark County, Kansas land will be sold. Every acre on this farm has a payment. There are multiple payments. There's a wind lease, CRP payments. There's also cash rent, and the mineral rights will go to the buyer. Mike Campbell and Kyle Campbell are representing the Pearl L. Thedford Trust. And once again, this land will be sold today. They will be at the Den in Monona, Kansas, offering bidding assistance. There is also land selling in Illinois and Missouri today. So please go to the Big Iron website. Tomorrow, 1,427 acres will sell in 15 tracts. This is Holt County, Missouri land selling for the Young Farms Inc. retirement sale. This and many other land auctions will take place over the next couple weeks. Now, let's not forget about the farm machinery that sells on BigIron.com. In fact, on Wednesday, over 1,400 items will sell. We've got sellers all across the Midwest. 115 different sellers are using Big Iron to sell their farm machinery, construction equipment, and transportation equipment. One of these sellers is the Mann Hay Company Inc. retirement sale by Gothenburg, Nebraska, selling 106 different items from their John Deere 825i Gator to their Case IH Puma 215 mechanical front tractor, their Great Plains 1500 series grain drill, their 2021 year model John Deere 560M round baler. They've got all types of hay equipment from windrowers to tub grinders, small square balers. Check out the 2011 John Deere R450 self-propelled windrower. Once again, this is the Mann Hay Company Inc. retirement sale by Gothenburg, Nebraska. Please contact Terry Mann if you have additional questions. On Wednesday, we also have the Mert and Marlin Shuttleworth retirement sale by Genesco, Kansas. They've got a John Deere 9410R four-wheel drive tractor, Great Plains 3500 TM 32-foot Turbo Max, a Great Plains Ultra Chisel. They have a John Deere S660 combine selling, plus John Deere 7820 mechanical front tractor, a Freightliner single-axle semi-truck tractor, a couple jet grain trailers, and many more items. And tomorrow, Premium Equipment Auction from Adel, Iowa will be selling a 2022 John Deere C24R cornhead with a header trailer. They also have a 2012 John Deere 1770 24-row 30 planter, a 2021 year model John Deere C24R cornhead, plus a Geringhoff 24-row 20-inch spacing cornhead. And another outseller on tomorrow's sale, Jim and Carla Kafer's retirement sale by Lexington, Illinois. 74 items, a John Deere S660 combine, John Deere 630 flex draper head. They've got a 2017 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 4x4 crew cab pickup selling. A John Deere 8285R mechanical front tractor with 2,600 hours. A John Deere 7800 two-wheel drive tractor. A full line of farm machinery and shop equipment will sell on Wednesday for Jim and Carlin Kafer. Kelly Farms, they're located in Piles Grove, New Jersey, and they will sell 45 items on Wednesday's Big Iron sale. They have a John Deere 6330 tractor, a homemade edible vegetable harvester, a Brilliant Turf Maker Seeder Caterpillar 3306 diesel power unit, 2 John Deere 348 small square balers, a John Deere 7930 mechanical front tractor with duals on the front and the rear with a loader, And there are so many sellers on Wednesday. Please support these folks that are selling one item, a dozen items, or their entire retirement sale. On Thursday of this week, we'll be conducting the Clifford Shuck Farm Sale. They have 29 items, and they're located by Hugonton, Kansas. They'll sell a Kenworth T600 semi-truck, a Coyote DK90 mechanical front tractor with a loader. They also have a Big Brent 1194 grain cart, a Heister forklift. They have a homemade 41-foot tandem axle sprayer trailer and a 12,000-gallon anhydrous storage tank and fill station, plus numerous anhydrous trailers. And also on Thursday, there's 1,280 acres of Millette County, South Dakota land selling in 6 tracts for Reuben and Janice Ring. All of this land is located by Norris, South Dakota, and Brad Ott is the Big Iron Realty agent representing the owners. He'll be at the Crossroads Inn in Martin, South Dakota, with all types of information and providing bidding assistance. But this online land auction here, 1,280 acres, Millette County, South Dakota, will conclude on November the 20th at 11 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time. And ladies and gentlemen, we have so many more land and machinery and livestock auctions coming up, but we still have time to talk to you about getting your land, your livestock, and your machinery listed for sale. Pick up the phone and call us at 402-276-2077 or toll free 1-800-937-3558. That's 1-800-WE-SELL-8. Thank you very much.
9:38 is your time. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio in Broken Bow, Nebraska. We appreciate that very much. My good neighbor and friend and also co-host here on The Breakfast Show, Brent Apperson, has at least one thing he wants to tell you about at this time. He's got to get it out.
Yes, got to get my papers in front of me here. Let me kind of straighten them out, fix them there. There we go. Smooth it out. Okay, ready.
Wow.
Nebraska Department of Transportation has a great opportunity for you. If you want to join their team, it's an entry-level highway construction technician position, and it's here in Broken Bow. Experience is preferred, but it's not necessary. They remind you they'll train the right person to conduct on-site construction inspection and survey for transportation projects. At the NDOT, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development. They have advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. To apply, you need to go online. So here's where you go. Go to this website. Go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer.
Thank you, Brent. Here's the Turnpike Troubadours on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. 8:44. Jeremy Shipe and Doug Groffel are out and about today because they're following the move of the schoolhouse to the Red Barn. And let's find out more about it as they are on remote here this morning. Jeremy, what's going on?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dave. Yes, we are here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. We got a lot of running engines and a lot of machinery around here. Got a few people that are here ready to see the schoolhouse move. It is up on the beams, and I kind of was laughing when Doug and I walked up. I said, man, this thing kind of looks small up on this size of machinery. So it's kind of cool to see it up in the air just a few feet away from where it had sat for so many years. It's just about time to get this thing on the road and rolling, and we're going to kind of give you an idea on how it's moving along. My understanding is, according to organizers here, they don't anticipate that this is going to take that long. They're saying about an hour or so it's going to take to get this thing down the road into the Red Barn Visitor Center. So we're about ready to go here. Kind of cool to see this thing up in the air, isn't it, Doug?
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. I was just looking under it. They've got a lot of bracing, a lot of wood bracing along here, and a couple of really massive steel I-beams that they've got this building sitting on. A lot of wheels getting ready to move out here. I guess they've got an independent hydraulic system where they can raise and lower the building as they're moving down the road if they need to. Just a lot of moving pieces about to go into operation here.
Well, it looks interesting seeing it up in the air. Obviously, buildings are not meant to be up in the air. So I saw that they were measuring the height of it. It sounds like they've got a couple of electrical lines to move along the route. Is that your understanding as well?
On 5th Avenue, I believe, downtown, and then again on 15th, I think is what they said. They'll have to pick up a couple of lines. I don't think there's a whole lot in between there. They'll probably have to take this one up right at the end of the driveway, but we'll see. That one's fairly tall, but this building sits a long ways up in the air as well.
Custer Public Power is here. They've got one of their trucks here. They're going to raise and take care of the electrical lines. Obviously, they're the best ones to do that. And I think I heard 21 feet and change, maybe 22 feet in the air. This building is at its highest point, and it's a pretty pitched roof. It's pretty tall once it's up on top of those beams. Those beams are probably 4.5 feet in the air or so at the top of them where the bottom of the building is sitting. Yep. So, they're just kind of waiting at this point because they can't get on the highway until 9 o'clock. That's when they're expected on the highway. So we're about 13 minutes away from that time right now. And once they get moving, the expectation is they're going to be able to move at a pretty decent pace and get this thing down the road in about an hour, maybe a little bit longer than that with the stoppages.
That's what I'm hearing, yeah. So it'll depend probably on what traffic looks like. We passed some road work on the way up here, so we'll see how those two groups interact with the folks that are painting lines and these folks here are getting ready to move this building.
It's an oversized load, unlike many of us see on the road very often. It's the Moroni Schoolhouse going to be making its way down Highway 2. Of course, we're north of Myrna, north and west of Myrna right now. It's got to travel on some dirt roads for a little while first, but after that, it's going to make its way onto Highway 2 through Myrna, through Broken Bow, and to what is probably going to be its permanent home for the foreseeable future at the Sand Hills National Journey Scenic Byway Visitor Center. That's our report for right now, Dave. We'll give you a ring a little bit later to do another report as this thing gets on the road. Make sure you keep an eye on the Sand Hills Express Facebook page. We'll do some updates there, and we'll also put together a story when this is all done, trying to get some interviews from some folks as well. Reporting for Central Nebraska's news source, I'm Jeremy Shipe.
All right, Jeremy, thanks so much. Job well done. Appreciate that. Pretty exciting. There's not many schoolhouses left out there in the country that are still standing and still sustainable. So to get it to town and get it on a foundation and start bringing it back to its original life is pretty exciting. A lot of history in those one-room schools, Brent. A lot of people around here grew up at least through 8th grade in a lot of cases before they come to town, as they call it. And whether they went to one of our neighboring towns or here, there was an amazing amount of schoolhouses out there years ago. And a lot of those schoolhouses had little communities around them. And so there's so much history there. It's quite nice to be able to see this happening, and thank all the people who are making it happen, the Scenic Byway people, and special thank you to Rick Moss and Mike Evans and all the volunteers that they have helping them today. And Custer Public Power, the Sheriff's Department, it's all a team effort. And boy, is it going to be fun to have that out there. And there's going to be a lot of people over the years that will drive all the way to Custer County to see that one-room school bright and shiny like it was back in the day. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Appreciate the vision that people have had regarding that area where the Big Red Barn is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it just started with the barn, and now look at what that area has become. I mean, you have this addition coming. You have the soddy that was built. I think of the nice picnic area that is there that maybe we don't talk enough about, where people can pull off and enjoy their meal while they're cruising through town. It really has become just a beautiful, welcome area to the community of Broken Bow, and certainly for Custer County.
It has, and of course you kind of make us thinking about what's out there. You've got the barn, as you mentioned, and the sod house, the picnic area, and that walking path.
Yes.
That takes you all the way up to the top of the hill. There's a great view up there. And, of course, there's a windmill, operational windmill, and I know that Dave Downing's helped keep that going. And there's a little pond there.
And the outhouse, of course.
You got to have the outhouse, yes, indeed. So with that thought in mind, let's just get a little Steely Dan going, thinking about my old school.
and get ready to win. Scott is ready to outfit every athlete and the fans as well. As the temps drop, don't worry. He's got the hoodies, jackets, and winter gear to keep you warm. Geared for Sports is now open Sundays noon to 4, as well as Monday through Friday 10 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 4. Geared for Sports on the west side of the square in Broken Bow.
A couple of minutes away from 9 o'clock. That means at the location where they're moving the school, they'll be able to start moving onto the highway at 9, according to our first report from Jeremy Scheib and Doug Groffel. So if you're heading down Highway 2 up or down and you're in the north of Myrna, you'll want to take note that you may be stopped for a while for, of course, safety reasons. And I don't know, stopping and pulling off the road and watching that school go by is going to be kind of fun. And Jeremy and Doug are going to be following it all the way down. And I think Jeremy mentioned he's going to have an overhead view later on that he's going to be filming from, if not reporting from. Doug will go up with him or not. But anyway, they've got it covered, folks. Central Nebraska's news source, proud to be recording this today and documenting this wonderful event of a one-room schoolhouse being moved 15, 20 miles into Broken Bow out at to the Red Barn. So that's coming our way. And we'll probably sneak a peek out here when they go by.
Yes, plan to.
I think a lot of us remember when they moved the Luther barn, which was just to the south of us here for many, many years, and they moved it through town. That was quite a sight. Now, that was a wider structure and maybe was a little bit more difficult to move than this, but it wasn't nearly as far. So hats off to the guys that are doing it. They know what they're doing, and they'll get it on that new foundation, and there'll be work being done. And I know they're actually looking for some things to put inside the school that match the time period, and that's all coming as well. So that's going to be cool, and we'll follow it for you today. We've been reading some articles and watching some struggles at the Prairie Pioneer Center due to funding cuts. They are scratching their head as to how they're going to be making things work. And so there's having some fundraisers. The folks said after reading the article in the October 30th edition of the Custer County Chief, Janet Kalinowski was excited to offer her kolaches for coffee and a kolache scoocheroo benefit. Oh, baby! And they'll take pre-orders on the Facebook page for the Prairie Pioneer Center. Feel free to share this post, and you'll be able to pick things up at the Broken Bow Pioneer Center on Wednesday, November 26th from 8:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. Enjoy coffee, individual kolaches, and scotcheroos at the Prairie Pioneer Center on Wednesday, November 26th from 8:30 to 11 a.m. for just $3.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'd double that.
I was going to say, I guarantee you those kolaches are worth more than $3.
Yes, and the pre-orders, by the way, the scotcheroos are $25 a dozen. Pre-orders for the kolaches are $25 a dozen. Each plate, get this now, consists of 4 peach, 4 cherry, 4 apricot, $13 for 6 poppy seed and or prune. And this is all the effort by Janet and her friends to put some money back into the coffers at the Prairie Pioneer Center, who have had severe cuts in their funding from the federal government. So it's a win-win, Brent.
Absolutely. Yes, it is.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News brief. Lawmakers and Epstein survivors speak outside of the Capitol building ahead of today's House vote to compel the Justice Department to release the full Epstein files. Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene.
This only became possible today because the American people, whom we serve as representatives here in Congress, demanded that this vote happen.
President Trump is playing host at the White House today. CBS's Michael Wallace explains.
During a meeting at the White House today, Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman will discuss the jet deal and a potential mutual defense agreement.
Amid lawsuits and investigations, the online gaming platform Roblox announces measures to strengthen protections for minors, including using AI-powered facial age estimation technology to help verify their age. Roblox CEO David Bazowski on CBS Mornings.
We really all want the same thing, and that is to keep kids safe. It's why we're so focused on these innovations.
CBS News Brief, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Stacy, are you wearing yoga pants to go shopping?
Oh, we're not going out shopping. We're staying in with JTV.
I love jewelry television. Their pearls, their lab-grown diamond jewelry.
Oh, hello. What about their Italian gold and moissanite fire?
Okay, but what about the guys on my holiday list?
Relax. JTV has gifts galore, even for men, like watches and sunglasses.
Watch JTV live and on streaming or shopjtv.com for up to 80% off select items.
Ready to shop?
Yes, but can I borrow a pair of sweats?
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
The Cowboys cruise past the Raiders 33-16 to wrap up Week 11 of the NFL, where Dak Prescott threw for 268 yards and 4 touchdowns, while George Pickens had 9 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown. In the NBA, the Bulls came ready to play in Denver.
The send-out accepted by Vooch. In front to Herter. Rolling to his right. See a Vooch. Topside open three. Bam! Big-time shot, Vooch!
You just heard on the Bulls radio network, they snapped their 5-game losing streak and beat the Nuggets 130-127. The 76ers came back to defeat the Clippers 110-108. James Harden ended with 28 points and has officially reached 28,000 career points. The Cavaliers topped the Bucks 118-106. The Heat held on 115-113 at home against the Knicks, and the Pistons have won 10 in a row after defeating the Pacers 127-112. On the ice, the Ducks topped the Mammoth 3-2 in overtime.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun, with fog in spots early today, with daytime highs approaching 49. Winds out of the north, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected again. Tonight, lows level off around 30. Daytime highs approaching 61. Tomorrow, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
From delicious burgers and chicken strips to cones, shakes, and blizzards, truly something for everyone. Visit your local Dairy Queen on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow and feed your cravings. They look forward to seeing you soon.
It is 5 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. Holding at 40 all morning long. Very steady temperature under a cloudy sky. Winds out of the north 5 to 10. Barometric pressure rising at 29.97. Humidity at 89%. A trace of precipitation in the past 24 hours as of 7 o'clock this morning. Yesterday's high was 48, and a real steady temperature overnight. Overnight low of 39. Currently 40 under a cloudy sky. Exciting day today. Moving a school down Highway 2 and making it a new home next to the sod house and the barn out at the Scenic Byway stop. So the guys are out there covering it for us. If you're just tuning in, they've already done a report. They were on location where the school had been loaded up on the moving mechanism, and they'll be pulling that down Highway 2 towards Broken Bow. And they actually think that they'll be done in an hour or two, getting it, I think it's 15 miles from where it's located to near the barn up at the Byway Center. So it's going to be fun. But do remember, if you're kind of thinking about traveling up Highway 2 towards Myrna, or if you're listening on the other side of Myrna or up in the Anselmo area, you're going to run into that movement being conducted, and it's going to be, a big move. So you might expect some delays.
Yep, well said.
Now, they're not very wide. The one-room schools weren't real wide. There's about enough room for 2 rows and maybe 2 or 3 rows of chairs, desks,
Mm-hmm.
and then a little area up front where the teachers stood. They didn't have a lot of space in those. Maybe a old wood-burning stove in the corner, a blackboard up front. It wasn't anything fancy. If they were lucky, they had a little room attached to the front door that gave them a little shelter from the wind when they took their boots off and so forth. So it was not as my dad always said, the golden days were not that gold at times.
Yes, I'm sure.
Had to go outside to the privy to go to the restroom, and a lot of the kids did walk quite a ways to school. And there's some of you out there, I think, that might remember. I know that my mom talks about it, remembering walking home when the blizzard of '49 started, and holding on to one another and hoping they get home safely. In that time period. So there's a lot of memories with the one-room schools, and we talked about it the other day. Some of the students rode their horses to school, and they had a little shanty for them to be in the shade while they took classes, and some of the kids got lost in the pasture on the way to school and didn't make it to class maybe once in a while. I had a couple uncles were famous for that.
Really?
Yes, Lon and Elmer had trouble making it to school.
Yes.
What do you have there? Jeremy is on the... All right, he's probably ready to go. That's great. Let me get this going. So let's go back live with Jeremy and Doug. They're on location as the school moves. Jeremy, where are you at? What's going on?
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Yes, we are on location, and thanks for Doug for turning that down. We don't want that echo. We are right in front of the school, actually. We got caught in a interesting position, to say the least. We're behind the oversized load truck and the sheriff, and the house is actually behind us. And we're actually going underneath of a power line right now. We're still on dirt roads at this point. We're going under a power line. They've got some poles out. They're holding the power line up in the air so that the house can go underneath of it. And that's Custer Public Power that's there holding those lines up. And we're cruising at, gosh, a good 10 miles an hour,
10
Doug?
miles an hour, right. They say when we hit the highway, we should be able to make about 25 to 30 miles an hour. So really pretty good clip coming down the road for a building on the highway.
So that hour estimation, really, I mean, a good chunk of it is going to be kind of on this uneven dirt road. They've got that independent suspension system underneath of the schoolhouse, which is allowing it to stay pretty even and flat, so that it'll keep it level. And once they get on the highway, they're going to have a much smoother road to drive on, and they'll be cruising right along, and this thing's going to be in town before you know it. So prepare for this thing to come through. It's going to go through Myrna first, and then on its way through Highway 2 into Broken Bow and over to the St. Hills Journey National Scenic Byway Visitor Center, where you folks will be able to see it for years to come. Its foundation is there waiting for it.
Already set up, ready to go. Yep.
And they were telling us a little bit about how they reduced the weight as much as possible. Tell us a little bit about that, Doug. I thought that was really interesting.
Well, so originally the building had plaster walls, right? They wanted that plaster out of there because that's going to weigh extra. And really, as you move these buildings, they're going to twist a little bit and break that plaster up anyway. So the plaster was already going to come out. So they went ahead and took it out, scooped it out the door, and that reduced the weight of the building just that much more, helping this process along.
Well, I really appreciate these cattle getting a front row seat to see this building go down the road. Something they've never seen before, as many of us have not seen before.
And probably won't again.
They're going to move this school one time, and it's going to find a home. This is obviously the first and only time it's ever been moved before. So very cool to see this. And we're actually at another lower line coming across the road here. I wonder if they'll go under this, Doug, or around it. Do you think?
I don't know. You're right, it's fairly low. We'll have to wait for the Custer Public Power folks to come over here, probably assess and decide what to do with it. It's a little bit of a tricky area to navigate if they go around it, for that matter, as well. But it is marked out here. I see some flags along the side of the road, so perhaps that's what they'll be doing.
Well, the oversized load truck has stopped at the moment. We've kind of cruised ahead of the school a fair amount, and the sheriff's deputy has stopped in front of us as well. So we'll stop too, and maybe we'll get one more report in before the end of the breakfast show, guys, just as this this schoolhouse is getting ready to pull onto Highway 2. So we'll send it back to the studio for the moment and kind of watch this go under a couple of power lines. Of course, keep your eyes on the Sand Hills Express Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. We're going to have a full video up about this move with several really cool clips throughout the day. So keep it tuned right here, and keep an eye on our channels as well. This is Jeremy and Doug reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, great job, guys. Great reports.
That's great reporting and great effort by everybody to get that school safely to its new location, untwisted and damaged. And I can understand the plaster being removed, a lot of weight there. And I know there's a lot of you folks out there who have maybe remodeled an old house, maybe turned a pantry into a bathroom, something like that, and started tearing into the plaster and the lath and thinking it wasn't going to be too awfully much. And it's a big job to do that. So some work has already been done there that will be beneficial to the move. And they'll probably go back in with sheetrock, insulation and sheetrock, which probably wasn't available when the kids went to school. They probably a lot of times took class in December and January with their hats still on and their mittens. So a lot of memories probably bubbling up here this morning. So we'll have another report before we close the show. So stick around for that on KCNI and KBBN Radio. Charlie Crockett, Trinity River on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll be right back.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We've been inundated with buyers from all over the country finding our website and asking about north central Nebraska farmland. Most buyers would be delighted to lease back the land to the seller or their trusted tenants. If you are thinking about taking advantage of these once-in-a-lifetime market conditions, call me, April Good, for a free market analysis on your property and check us out at lashleyland.com.
Brent and Dave with you at 9:19 here on The Breakfast Show on this Tuesday. School moving day, schoolhouse moving day is underway, so you'll likely very soon, if you're on Highway 2, see a schoolhouse coming down the highway. One room that will be moved to the Scenic Byway location here on the edge of town, on the east edge where the Red Barn is, and the sod house and the outhouse.
Yes, right on.
So it's going to be a little community of old-time memories, which is going to be fantastic. Cozad, they are always up for Christmas, and there's one particular business who is way ahead on Christmas. And there are also a place where a lot of people go on Thursdays to do a little sipping and shopping.
Yeah, the third Thursday of the month is always a special day for Rustic and Red in Cozad, and the third Thursday of November is this Thursday. So come join them for their November Sip and Shop. The sipping usually starts around 4 o'clock, but sales will run all day. They will run from 10 until 7 on Thursday, and here's some of the specials and sales that they'll be featuring. 25% off ladies' apparel, 25% off all scented and flameless candles, 25% off reed diffusers, and 50% off their fall items table. Also this Thursday, special musical guest Heather Wellman will be performing in the loft area from 5 until 7. While you're there, make sure you register for their giveaway as well, and everyone receives a coupon to use on their next visit. Now this week, they're also shining the spotlight on Ann Nielsen items in their faith section. So this week, you can get 20% off through Saturday, November 22nd. That would include books, devotionals, puzzles, calendars, cards, and more. Also, their hours through Christmas have been released, so take note of these. Monday through Wednesday and Friday and Saturday, they'll be open from 10 until 5. And then every Thursday through Christmas, they'll be open from 10 until 7. So come enjoy the fun at Rustic and Red in Cozad.
A big shout-out goes out to Howard Gaffney this morning. I know that Howard has been very much involved in getting the Moroni Schoolhouse moved and to a new location, working with all the other volunteers. So thank you, Howard, for that. Didn't want to miss that. Also want to remind you that Ollie's Coffee House and Boutique are having a special event on Friday, Friendsgiving. A meal to be served at 5:30 on Friday at the Broken Bowl Municipal Building, free to all who would like to join for a hot meal and some friendship. They also have a food drive going on as well. Check out their Facebook page. There's a phone number on that page that will make contact available if you want to make a donation as well, or get it going through their Facebook. That's Ollie's Coffee House and Boutiques Facebook, and get involved that way. But anybody and everybody's invited to come and have a pre-Thanksgiving meal, a Friendsgiving at 5:30 Friday, November 21st at the Broken Bowl Municipal Building, put on by Ollie's and Friends. And let's see what else. Yeah, that is it for right now. And we're expecting another report in before we close the show from Jeremy and Doug. I wonder how they got themselves in front, in line there. They're actually a part of the parade.
Yeah, they are.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder if they got around that power line.
Well, hope so.
I bet they did.
I bet they did, too.
Custer Public Power helping. We only have 5 turkeys left to give away today.
Oh,
according
all right.
to,
well, let's just make our goal to give them away today.
So be listening, because it will be hot and heavy. 5 turkeys today. That's our goal, and that will finish things up. That way you can pick up your certificates and get your turkey and get ready to thaw them out next week.
There you go.
Takes a couple days.
Yeah. Sometimes more than a couple.
Yeah, sometimes more. Yeah, 10 or 12 pounds takes a while.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. 9:24 is your time. Here's Sturgill. Nebraska. Let's go out on the road with Doug Graffel and Jeremy Scheib and see how things are going on moving the one-room schoolhouse to a new location. Jeremy?
All right, yeah, thank you very much, Dave. We are out on the road. We are currently on Highway 2. We have gotten out in front of the schoolhouse. We wanted to make sure not to be in the way, but we're at the corner of Road 805 and Highway 2, and the house is officially on Highway 2. So you folks are going to be seeing this house come through Myrna here very, very soon. It is now approaching the Thomas Livestock elevator. So it's headed that direction, and it's going to be making its way into Myrna here very shortly. Definitely safe to say it's going at least 30 miles an hour now. It seems really stable up on top of the steel girders that it's on top of, and they're cruising right along. It didn't take long to get from the dirt roads that it was on and make its way over to Highway 2. It's not going to take long now, and it'll be cruising right along.
And it slipped under those power lines pretty easily. The ones that we were concerned about earlier didn't actually seem to cause it any trouble at all. So it's got pretty clear sailing from here through.
It certainly does, and we'll continue to keep an eye on it, folks. We're getting lots of good video footage so that you can kind of get a story for how this thing moved along throughout its journey. We're just going to kind of cruise ahead here a little ways and make our way to Broken Bow to get some footage of it going past the radio station and then through town. Doug, you had an opportunity to talk to a couple of folks about kind of what the journey was going to look like when it got into town, correct?
Right. Yeah. So as you can imagine, there are a lot of obstacles as you go through town. The stoplights there downtown, in particular, are going to be interesting. And it sounds as though the truck driver is going to just weave his way through those stoplights. They're not going to move the lights or anything like that. So it'll be a bit of a slalom for him to work his way through those lights.
Okay, it sounds great, and we'll keep you folks informed, so keep it right here on KBBN Radio and KCNI, as well as the Sand Hills Express Facebook page, and of course, later on today, sandhillsexpress.com will have some coverage for you as well in the form of a story with some pictures and video. Reporting for Central Nebraska's news source, Doug Groffel and Jeremy Scheib.
Thank you, gentlemen. So good to have you on the road there documenting this event. Appreciate it. And
that was my big question, was the stoplights.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they commented on that, because that's where my mind was going. I'm like, I wonder if the lights through downtown will cause a problem.
Yeah, so they're just going to do it like a skier, right?
Yeah, just kind of weave in and out.
Wow. That's cool. It just sounds like it's sitting up there nice, and they're not too worried about any damages or anything. Honestly, it's not that big of a building because it was a one-room schoolhouse, and there were some bigger than others. I was thinking about the comments we made earlier about where these schools sat all over our listening area. There were little communities. Wherever there was a school, there was a group of kids that went to school there, and so they would have Sunday functions and I know they did a lot of ice skating back in the day, so in the winter they'd get together and ice skate with some of the kids that went to school at a particular school. Baseball, they played a lot of baseball out back of the schools, and a lot of community centers that spun off of that, and there's still some of those community centers left out there in the country. Not many, a few, and way less schools left. As time went along, they just kind of got forgotten. But this one will not be, and this will represent that time period of when every community had its own little school out there, and a lot of kids, that was their education. So when they graduated out of 8th grade, especially for some of the farm kids, they went to work full time on the farm in 8th grade and didn't go on to high school. Mm-hmm. I have had the privilege, and I have the paperwork. Was given a 8th grade test to graduate out of 8th grade from a country school, and I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people that would not pass that 8th grade test today, and I'd raise my hand to that. A lot of story problems, math problems, science, English. It was amazing what these kids learned in the one-room schoolhouse and what they had to do to graduate from 8th grade. It's pretty stringent test. Mm-hmm. So, and then if they came on into school, a lot of times they had to stay with somebody in town because they could not afford to or didn't have vehicles, or it was too far to drive back and forth every day. It isn't like today where you get in a minivan and drop the kids off at soccer. It just doesn't work didn't work that way back then. So this brings a lot of memories to the forefront with this school moving and being placed so that everybody can learn a little bit more about that time period. Well, let's see, one more thing. What was I supposed to do? One more thing. The turkeys are loose in Custer County. Now here's your announcer to tell you which caller can play. This turkey is going to be given away if bagged by Taylor Heating and Cooling. And so call 872-2801. Be the second caller at 872-2801.
Hey, who wants gum?
I do, thanks.
Don't thank me. Think Native Americans.
Native Americans gave me chewing gum?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they also gave you parkas and canoes and snow goggles and adobes and chaps and electroplating.
Really?
So many things. Lacrosse, hammocks, baby bottles, rubber,
Seriously?
the compass, camouflage, aspirin.
Aspirin? I didn't know that either.
Yep. And kayaks, yams, maple syrup,
I love
suspension
maple syrup.
bridges, umbrellas, vanilla, freeze drying, harpoons,
Really?
peppers, avocados.
More at sacredpeople.org.
Heaping, popcorn, tomato.
All right, we have Tony on the line. Good morning, Tony. How are you?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Well, we have no complaints here. No complaints.
Good.
Now, Tony, did you go to a one-room school?
No, I did not.
I did not either. But it would have been an interesting time to be going to school, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. It'll be really interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, back in the day, I know from talking to my uncles and my dad, and they did a lot of hunting back then, and it wasn't just for fun. It was to put some protein on the table, and so they would go out and hunt ducks and pheasants, and not a lot of pheasants back then, but a few, and some wild turkeys possibly. So let's go back in time, Tony, and see how many shots it's going to take you to bag this turkey.
Well, I've kind of been stuck on one, but I'm going to try 2 this time.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh. Tony, keep trying. We have 5 left, okay?
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tony. All right, that was brought to you by Taylor Heating and Cooling. So we still have 2 left over here on KBBN to give away, 3 over on KCNI, so we'll keep trying today.
Sounds good.
All right. Anything left that we didn't cover, Brent?
I don't think so. I think we've taken care of all of the business items on our sheet today anyway.
Okay. I just wanted to do this. Thanks to all you people.
Yay.
That one guy that howls kind of bothers me. Anyway, that's the show for today, but I don't know for sure how this is all going to work, but I know Jeremy has some more reports in him, so keep your dial set to KCNI, KBBN Radio for both the turkey time and maybe some more additional reports on the radio. We'll just take it as it comes.
Yeah, and make sure you watch Sandhills Express Facebook page. I think they're doing some live stuff on it, too. So,
yeah, that's probably what they'll concentrate on, so yeah, be sure and check that out.